Today I'm at CES 2023. There's not a more epic intro than this. We are checking out the brand new cutting edge OLED TV technology from LG. There's no better place to see all the different stuff in one spot than right here at this booth. Behind me is 260 55-inch OLEDs connected to display one image, and it looks fantastic. We have the brand new OLED M that was announced today. We have the mind-blowing transparent OLED T, which is my favorite. Then we have the OLED 8K, which is also my favorite, and the OLED R, which is also favorite. Not to mention the OLED Flex, which, you know, favorite. LG's been a leader in OLED innovation for the past 10 years. And each year their booth here at CES flexes that prowess with a massive OLED display at the front. This year on OLED's 10th anniversary, we have 260 55-inch TVs all working together to display one giant mind-blowing image. Someone should calculate how many pixels are being lit down in the comments. Now that we've seen the front of the booth, let's head to the way back and check out the OLED Flex. This place, there's a lot going on here. This is probably one you've seen before. This is a 42-inch OLED TV. It can motorize itself from completely flat for movies into a curve shape for immersive gaming with just the push of a button. The screen reaches a curve of 900R, which is the radius in millimeters. If we switch to a less useful form of measurement, inches, we find that if these were placed in a circular form around a desk, it would be about 35 inches to the edge of the circle. Unless, of course, they were in their flat form factor, then it would be a square, but it's nice to have options. This LG OLED Flex is especially good for gaming since it has a 0.1 millisecond response rate, G-Sync, FreeSync, and variable refresh rate. This is, of course, one of the smaller screens LG is showing off today. Let's make our way back through the exhibit to find the larger screens. You might think this is another fancy TV, but it's actually a fridge with illuminated LED panels that have over 190,000 different customizable color combinations. If you've ever thought to yourself, wow, I wish my fridge had RGBs, then this is probably the fridge for you. The panels can be adjusted to your mood, the weather, or whatever music is playing at the time. It's kind of fun. LG is calling this the Mood Up refrigerator, and all of the adjustments happen through the ThinQ app. Plus it makes those circle ice cubes. The LG Mood Up refrigerator, however, is not to be confused with the LG InstaView French door refrigerator, which has a slightly more traditional design. There's no LED panels, but it still has the InstaView door, which lets you see inside with just a knock instead of opening it up. It has the footprint of a standard fridge, but 25% more internal space for food and drink. So you can pick between the incredibly practical or the more functional refrigerator over there. See what I did? This one's not a TV either, but I still think it's pretty cool. This is called the LG Styler Shoe Case and Shoe Care, which not only artistically showcases a shoe collection, but can also sanitize and deodorize shoes at any time using steam. Super hot steam kills viruses and bacteria, the same ones that make your shoes smell bad. It's the same LG True Steam technology that's used inside of the LG Styler, which keeps your clothes wrinkle-free, no ironing, and that same tech now works on shoes, leather shoes, suede shoes, and just your basic tennis shoes. Speaking of clothes though, LG does have a new washer and dryer, which is a washer and a dryer combined into one unit. It's a space-efficient unitary body design. I normally focus on practical technology, but sometimes it's fun to delve into the high end. I don't want to say over-the-top technology, but I mean this LG signature fridge can open with my foot. LG has displayed their whole signature lineup here, with all their metal seamless designs, and there's a lot to choose from. But today we're mostly here for the TVs. So we've made it back up to the front with the large TVs. We have the OLED M, the 8K OLED, and the OLED T, which is the transparent display. The cool thing about OLED is that each of the pixels are self-lit, meaning that when they're off, they can just disappear, making for a really cool aesthetic. Obviously, it's still transparent even when turned on, so an embedded rollable back sheet can come up when it's actually time to watch a movie, turning the OLED T into a theater instead of an art piece. The screen almost has the same concept as the OLED R, the rollable display, but with the transparent TV, everything is internal. It's pretty cutting-edge stuff. Behind me is the world's first wireless OLED TV. Announced today, they're calling it the OLED M, 4K 120Hz refresh rate. Announced today, it is the first 4K 120Hz OLED TV with wireless audio and visual. The Zero Connect box provides a complete cinematic 4K experience while being placed anywhere in the room. The 120Hz refresh rate means how fast the TV can generate a new image, making shows, movies, and games more fluid looking. Normally screens are 30 to 60 Hz, so seeing 120 Hz at 4K is a pretty big deal. We also have 8K. 8K is a pretty big deal all by itself. The equivalent of 4 4K screens stacked together, with 33 million self-lit pixels. It can take regular 4K content and upscale it to look even better, all done internally with LG's new Generation 6 Alpha 9 AI processor. So if I absolutely had to pick, I think the OLED M is probably the most practical, but the 8K OLED, so many pixels. It's hard to decide, so let me know what you would pick down in the comments. Hopefully I was able to shed some light on the new incoming OLED technologies for 2023. If you're at CES, feel free to come to the LG booth and check these out for yourself. Seeing them in person in real life is a whole other experience. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Come hang out with me on Instagram, and thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you around.